Hey everyone, this is Faisha with Simply Lavish at Home, and I've gotten a few requests to show how I made the egg topiaries in my Spring Easter collaboration video. If you have not seen that video, I'm going to post a link right now, and there's also one in the description box. Luckily, I did videotape myself making the eggs, so I'm going to show you how to do that now. I already had the idea for an egg-shaped topiary, and I found these eggs at a craft store, and they were the perfect size for my table. So they had a bunch of them, so I bought these colors, and they're rather plain, so they wouldn't interfere with anything, and it wouldn't break my heart to cover them with flowers. So I went with these, and then went to the dollar store to pick up flowers that corresponded to the colors of the eggs that I bought. Except for the green one, I actually used white flowers over the green background. And this was good because it saved me a step. I wouldn't have to paint or cover white foam if I had only had white styrofoam eggs. These are already a color, so if any flowers or you have some spaces in between the flowers, all you would see is the color. What you also want to consider is the size of the bloom. In the previous video that I did mention that if you do the project, make sure you get a bloom that's relatively small, because if you use a larger one, it'll disguise the shape of the egg. And it was important that these egg shape kept its integrity. So to do that, I used blooms that were relatively smaller in order to cover the egg and maintain that egg shape. To start, you want to gather your materials. For each egg, I had 2 stems of the dollar store flowers, the egg itself, and you see it has that bow on it that I'm going to take out a little later. Your glue gun with glue sticks, and a pen. I'm gonna start by pulling the flowers off of the stem. Now when I'm pulling them off, I'm being careful to keep the stamen in the flower. That's the little part that attaches to the stem and you see through the front of the flowers. 1, because it helps the flower keep its structure. 2, it gives me something to actually push into the foam to help the flower adhere. So you'll see I keep pulling them off. Then I go ahead and pull that ribbon out of there. I don't want that. I'll cover that up with a flower. And I take my pen and I stick a hole in the foam, and then using my glue gun, put a little dollop of glue and then stick in the flower. Now the reason I'm making a hole with a pen is it gives somewhere for that little plastic bit to go and gives a little well for the glue to sit in, so that once I'm finished, all the flowers are flush against, or as flush as they can be, against the surface of the egg. And it just makes it look nicer, almost like it is actually part of a hedge or a topiary hedge. So I'll just go through and I'll keep poking holes. And I'm not using any rhyme or reason, but since this egg did have polka dots, I'm using the dots as a guide to where to start off. And as I go, you'll see I'll fill in the spaces in between to make sure the egg is fully covered. And again, with it being a color, if you do have some areas peeking out, it's already the corresponding color to the flower, so it doesn't look bad. And then I keep going and going till you have your finished product. And actually this didn't take nearly as long as I thought it would. It was a really easy project. Additionally, when I went to put the egg on its pedestal or whatever it was sitting on, I hot glued a nail to the pedestal, so when I placed the egg down, it had something to hold on to, so the nail would actually pierce the foam and hold the egg steady. And you have your finished product, and it looks beautiful. So let me know what you think. If you have any questions, post them below, send me a message. I'd love to answer anything that you want to ask. And thank you so much for watching. Until next time, here's to living simply lavishly. Cheers.